So at the Birmingham Botanical Gardens, it's 15 acres or 6 hectares of land, and we've got about 650 trees from all over the world. We also have 7,000 plus plants from all over the world, probably getting on for 10,000, I think. You know, just a walk around the place, you'll get inspiration no matter what season. So we've got plants for every situation. I'm Wayne Williams and I'm head gardener at Birmingham Botanical Gardens. I look after the 15 acres of land and the 4 display glasshouses that we have here. Yeah, so I started horticulture in the early 90s as a school leaver. So I loved to actually garden at home, and I was always interested in plants as a teenager. So basically I thought I'd come along to the gardens as a student, as an apprentice. And I've worked myself up really to the head gardener position. It's probably my 4th or 5th job here now. There's always something new to see every single day, and we're constantly learning along the way. So my responsibilities really is to look after the whole site, to manage everybody. Well, I really love watering, in fact, because when you're watering the display glasshouse at the top or the nursery, you can actually see all the diverse group of plants that we've got here from all over the world, and you imagine where they would have lived in the wild. So I would say my favourite place in the whole gardens are the glasshouse at the top. Not only are they historical heritage, I think it's fantastic how the Victorians came up with ways to build these beautiful structures. So I think if you're really interested in gardening, and particularly if you're a young person, you could really look into becoming either a volunteer at Birmingham Botanical Gardens, or you could actually join a horticultural course at the Birmingham Botanical Gardens through Birmingham Metropolitan College. At Horticultural College, you'd learn new skills such as watering, pruning, plant propagation. So we have a good group of volunteers here, and without them we'd be stuck, to be honest. And the age group in our volunteers range from school leavers all the way up. So visitors here in our glass houses will get real good inspiration for growing houseplants at home, because in the last few years houseplants have become really fashionable, and we've been growing houseplants here since the 1850s or 60s or so. And so it just gives you a bit of inspiration on what you can grow at home, but also for outside in your own garden, whether it be on a balcony or a bigger garden. Just a walk around the place, you'll get inspiration no matter what season. We've got 7,000 plus plants here, so we've got plants for every situation. This year in 2021, we're launching our new urban garden, and our urban garden is going to be fantastic for showing people what they can grow at home on balconies or small gardens. So it's going to be full of lots of fruit and vegetable and edible flowers and herbs. We have a little greenhouse in there as well, so that you can grow more tender crops such as chilies. And there might be a few exciting plants in there that people don't realise they can grow outside in the summer months as well. So obviously with this small urban garden, it shows you what you can do, what you can utilise really and use in your own small space at home. Well, I definitely think spring is fantastic, because it's one of those seasons where everything is happening all at once and you don't know where to look. But really, any day of the year is fantastic time to visit the gardens, because a lot of people don't realise how many winter plants are fantastic, and a lot of the most scented plants of all flower in the winter to attract the few pollinators that are around. Now, we have a unique tree fern in the subtropical house, so it's the only plant of its type in the whole world, and it's called Dicksonia crosslafamii, and it was invented, or created I should say, here in the 1870s by our curator here. So of course we always make sure that that's well watered. We actually water it every day. So that's one of the trickiest plants that we've got here to look after, just because of its provenance really. I think people visit the gardens for many reasons. I mean, the keen gardeners will obviously come along for the plants. The plant diversity that we have here is amazing. It depends really. I mean, some people just want to have a lovely general walk around, fresh air and exercise. And of course also we have 20,000 school children come to visit the gardens every year to learn about plants through our education department. So the Birmingham Botanical Gardens are really good value for money, we feel, because you've got so much to see in a relatively small space. And of course it's great for people in the Midlands to visit Birmingham Botanical Gardens because it's so local, and certainly if you live in Birmingham itself. But obviously there are other great gardens across the country too. There's other botanical gardens in other cities which are always well worth a visit, especially if you live locally to them too. So botanical gardens with a diversity of plants are just fantastic places to get inspiration for your own gardens at home.